So Courtney, it's a very emotional time for me when I think about where you are. You are second generation, I was first. And so when you reflect back over the years and think about like my parents, and you think about how you have climbed the corporate ladder and have been at Clemson and had many opportunities, what kind of, feeling does that make come over you when you think about that? Because it's very emotional for me.
It keeps me grounded and keeps me humble. I'll never forget where I came from or what my roots are. Even though they weren't granted the opportunity to further their education, I still believe that I'm a reflection of them. I'm a reflection of their hard work, their grit, their perseverance. And so I think that they would be looking down on me very proud. And just knowing that, I just want to continue to just, throw the ball even further.
How would you rate me, or how do you think I was as a parent?
I think you were a stellar parent, and I'm not just saying that. One thing I really loved about our relationship is how you always had an open door policy. There was never a time that I felt judged. I felt like I could come to you and just tell you what was going on, and I could count on you to be real and honest with me. And because of that, it really helped me to kind of grow into the person I am today. And you've always been real about your experiences, even your mistakes, and you always told me to learn off of your mistakes and just go further than you. What was I like as a child?
Very interesting. I would say that you started out a little free-spirited. And then as you migrated to your middle school and your high school, I would say that you became very serious and focused about what you want to do. When you got to high school, I was like, wow, I remember you winning the class president at Ren, and that was just so exciting for us to see you do that.
So Mom, tell me, how did your mom and dad react when you became the first in your family to graduate from college?
My mom and dad were very, very excited about me going to college, because they did not, of course, get to go. And as I began to, go back, I, came to Clemson, got a job, and went back again and got my master's here. And, as my dad and my mom got older, I remember my dad, he got sick and he was in the hospital, and I had to go in his wallet for something. And I looked, and he had every business card that I ever had in his wallet. And it just let me know that he was so proud of me. Education just made a big difference. It turned my whole life around, and I was able to bless and help them as well. So they were very proud.
That's awesome and so sweet. Okay, talk about the time when I was a child and I saw you with your briefcase and I was like, look at Miss So Important.
Yeah, I laugh about that now because at the time I think you were maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I had been working at Clemson. I remember this time I was getting in the car and you were in the back and you just were focused on me. And you're like, Miss So Important, you're so important. And we laugh about it now, and then I'm looking at you and where you have gone, and it's just really a blessing to see.
When you think of your parents' legacy, what do you hope that me and my sister will remember?
I hope you will remember, like you said earlier, like just don't forget where you came from. Just don't forget the journey, the struggle, because I think the struggle ignites you to continue to throw the ball further. When you think about the opportunities that we've been afforded, here even at Clemson, just being able to go to school, being able to get your MBA, being able to, climb the corporate ladder, all those things, they're just growing for the next generation. As I think about my granddaughter, Blair, and think about all of that, I hope that you will always hold that close to your heart, and I hope you will always have a love for people and a love for just, helping.
What is your favorite thing about your job?
I just love the fact of seeing students achieve. I love when new students come in and then I see them, this time of year when they're getting ready to, come out and have their graduate ceremony, and just all the achievements. It's just a wonderful time. That really inspires me because I can relate. Some people are still first generation,
right.
And just to be able to, turn your whole life around is amazing to me.
That's awesome.
I really know that your future is bright, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.
Mm-hmm.